I took the Chiefs, but Skip, I don't think they're going to cover. The Jags are a lot different team than they were when they faced them a few months back. And the Jags have confidence that they can come back from any deficit. We've seen them come back from 9 against the Ravens and win, 17 against the Raiders, 10 against the Cowboys, 10 against the Titans, 27 against the Chargers. But the Chiefs, I believe, are a different animal. They're 8-2 in their last 10 games. One of those 2 losses came at Arrowhead in Week 10, 27-17, excuse me. And the Chiefs had almost 500 yards of offense with 3 turnovers. They're going to have to do a better job of protecting the football this go around. I believe they do that. And Skip, I think that, and Patrick said it, he said, I'm expecting a much different version of the Jags than what we saw then. They're a much better team. They're a much more confident team. I don't know. I think their confidence was kind of waning a little bit. And once you start to have success, you start to believe and you go out there with an expectation of winning. And I do believe that they expect what Dougie P has been able to do for this team and the confidence that he's instilled in this team, they're going to be a lot better. And this year, when scoring was down, the Chiefs led the league in scoring, and they scored their most points since 2018. Yep. That just goes to show you the greatness of Patrick Mahomes and this offense. And Andy, Skip, we know what Andy does when he has an extra week to prepare for you. He normally is unbeatable in this situation. So I'm going to take the Chiefs in another high-scoring game. I'm going to say Chiefs 31, Jags 27.
Okay, but you do have a big cover there because it's 8 1/2.
No, there ain't no cover. 31-27.
No, I'm saying that the Jags.
The Jags covering. Yeah.
So you think it's close?
I do.
I think this is going to be too close for comfort for you on Monday morning when we return to these chairs. You are all about Mahomes boy. I think he's going down. I'm going Jaguars.
Upset.
I'm going Trevor Lawrence just because there's something about him. We keep talking about quarterbacks who are coming of age right before your very eyes. Well, he's the most gifted of all of them. Mm-hmm. He's right up there with Mahomes or Josh Allen, whoever you want to throw in there, because he's 6'6", 230-ish.
Yes.
He can also run with it.
Yes.
He can really throw it. And he has a weird sort of arrogance about him that comes from the fact that we went back and forth debating before the draft. He didn't really prioritize football in his life. He talked about how the other things just as important, if not more important than football. Mm-hmm. You've made the point that it seems like lately football has become his priority.
Yes.
But I don't think it's be-all and end-all for him, which is why he doesn't put too much pressure on himself for games like this. And after he threw 4 interceptions against the Chargers, most kids would just come completely unglued and go in the proverbial tank.
Yes.
He did not. He did just the opposite. He was like merciless, cold-blooded assassin, and they didn't get handed any party gifts at all.
Right.
There was nothing. Nothing was handed to him. Right. He just said, no, I got this.
The Chargers didn't gift them turnovers.
Not at all. I got this, and he just tracked them down. It was some cold-blooded football killing to me by a quarterback where he just kept saying, well, I'm just fine because I'm better than you.
Right.
And I do have Zay Jones, and I do have Etienne behind me, and I got Christian Kirk, and I got Marvin Jones, and I got Evan Ingram. I don't know what he's like a blast from the past, but he's come way back to life. And that team is a dynamo team. It's a buzzsaw team. I got to watch it up close and personal that day against my Cowboys when it looked like we had flexed our Super Bowl star power and firepower, and we're up 27-10, and you know the rest of the story. Well, you just listed. They've been doing it to everybody. Yep. They've done it 6 straight times. They have won their last 6 games. And if you just look at Pro Football Focus grades over that 6-game stretch, they're grading this guy 5th best in the league, and they're over the same stretch. Patrick is graded 9th. He's been pretty good, right, but just pretty good. And now we're back to Andy Reid is invincible, unbeatable, coming off 2 weeks. And they did get 2 weeks. So they're going to be healthy and happy and all the above. And it's at a place that's a hard place to win because you know it very well. Mm-hmm. But you won there, right?
I did, absolutely.
You won several times.
I've won a lot of games there,
yeah. So it's doable.
Yes.
I saw Joe Burrow go in there and win a game. And the beauty of this match for number 16 in the white jersey over here is that he got to go there.
Right.
In his second year, he got to go and see it and feel it. And yeah, Kansas City was better that day.
Yeah.
27-17. But he did some good things.
Right.
Patrick did some great things in that game. And yet, 16 knows I was okay up there. You know, I did okay up there. And I think their team is going to go in there with high confidence because they've been coming back on good football teams.
Yeah.
The Chargers,
the Ravens are a playoff team. The Cowboys are a playoff team.
Yeah.
They knocked the Titans out of the playoffs, and the Chargers were a playoff team.
They were.
So it's not like they were just coming back teams that was like 7-10.
Yeah.
These are really good teams. That
you loved the Chargers before the season because you should have, because they're good.
Yeah.
They got a lot of talent. I'm not a big fan of the head coach, and he's still there, and that's their problem. But there's something that's missing in the intangible category with the head coach and the quarterback.
Right.
But they're capable.
Oh,
and if you spot them 27-0,
that should be more than enough.
You would think so, but it wasn't, because these guys exploded on them, and it was it looked to me like weirdly effortless, where to me they announced their coming of age, where they said, no, we're this good.
Right.
So I don't think Kansas City is great on defense because they're just not.
They would give. I mean, they give up. They were giving up 24 points before the bye week 8, and they now they give up 5 fewer points, which is 19. So you know they're not great, but they did sack Lawrence 5 times.
Got him
last
5
time.
times.
Chris Jones had an outstanding game.
He did, and he's big time.
Yes.
He is the key to this game.
Yes.
Can you keep him upright and fairly clean? And I think they'll do a better job of it because, look, I'm still unsure how Doug Peterson got fired in Philadelphia. I'm unsure because he won the Super Bowl with the backup quarterback.
How would he pull a fast one on him?
Well, I guess he did. I still don't get it. And I got nothing against Nick Sirianni because Jalen Hurts has changed life, and it went in a great new direction. I got it.
And Sirianni might be coach of the year.
He just might be. But the point is, Doug Peterson is really good at what he does. And I think he's put that young man in a new comfort zone where he's like, okay, I got it. And it's the same thing with Brian Daboll. You take a young quarterback and you whisper him into the right places where, hey, you realize you're really good at this.
Right.
You get this? Now, he's had a foot problem. They keep listing him as questionable every week. But
because he keep putting foot.
I know he's kicking people so hard in the butt that he's hurting.
You got your Cowboys. You got your started off with. This is where you start off with the Ravens and then the Raiders, and then got your Cowboys.
Okay, I just think he can move the football up and down the field against Kansas City. I think he can match Patrick throw for throw and play for play. Not spectacular play for play, because he doesn't do spectacular. He just makes plays.
Right.
And he's so gifted, it looks to me kind of effortless.
Right. I think the thing is, Skip, the thing when you play Mahomes, you know you're going to have to score.
Sure.
But you can't settle for threes. You got to score 7.
You have to score. And Doug Peterson is a go for it guy.
You know, Dougie P going to go for it. Hey, the fourth down on the Philly shuffle. I mean, the Philly special, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then last week, to put the game, we going for it.
Yeah, and that play that he called on 4th and 1 that went for 25 yards, it's just the T formation to me. And they just said, we're going to line up in T, we're going to put Etienne at left halfback, and he's going to follow the 2 back blockers to the right, and he's going to get the edge, and he went for 25 yards and set up the game-winning
field goal. Yep.
Well, that was from Dougie P. And there was a game earlier where he just went for 2 to win the game. Just Zay Jones against the Ravens. He just said, no, we're going to go for the throat.
We got the momentum. We're going for it.
Okay. So their confidence is rising to the point they're a very dangerous foe, wrong place, right time for them at Arrowhead.
Yeah.
So I smell the upset here. I'm going to go 30-29, some shootout, crazy, wild ending. Kickers involved. Right. But I'm going to go 30-29, visiting team Jaguars.
We're both going high scoring. We just got different teams winning.
We got different teams winning, yet you are acknowledging this is going to be a battle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's nothing, there's no blowout potential.
No, ain't no covering, no 8.5.
No. I'm with you, except I got the score reversed.
It's okay.
But for your sake, I hope my homeboy's still in the playoffs come Monday.
Oh, he will be. He ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Have you ever known him not to make it to the AFC Championship game?
No, but I've known him to lose several AFC Championship games.
He was a baby then. First, he was a baby.
Last year,